that dirt all on my name. Cause you knew that I'd call you up. You would go around every party in LA. Cause you knew that I'd be at one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Oh, and now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. Oh, you were running around, throwing that dirt all on my name. Cause you knew that I'd call you up. Baby, another way, where you stand and face to face. You already know that you're one. Oh, I know that dress is karma, regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. Now I'm all up on what you expect. But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Baby, you just hate the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? I know that dress is karma, perfume regret. You got me thinking about when you were mine. And now I'm all up on you. What you expect? But you're not coming home with me tonight. You just want attention. You don't want my heart. Maybe you just hit the thought of me with someone new. Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing to me? What are you doing? Yeah, you just want attention. I knew from the start. You're just making sure I'm never getting over you.
Let's take a moment and see how far we can explore. Body to body, it doesn't be open your door. Bottle rockets are blowing, inside exploring. Position myself how you like. Whiskey makes me controlling. I'll give another. Let go and live for a night. Tell me nothing, show me love right in the open. Tell me nothing, show me love right in the open. Tell me nothing, show me love right in the open. Tell me nothing, show me love right in the open. Tell me. blowing, hands are exploring, position myself higher like whiskey makes me controlling. I'll give another, let go and live for a night. Tell me nothing, tell me nothing, show me the right in the open. Tell me nothing, tell me nothing, show me the right in the open. Tell me nothing, tell me nothing, show me the right in the open. Tell me nothing, tell me nothing, show me the right in the open. Tell me.
What's up, one? Kingston, let's go, hey! Red one, hey, hey! Shawty got that super thing, hot in the sun in the south of Spain. Got me soon as I walk through the door. Oh, my pockets are the sugar lane, the way she drop it low that thing. Got me wanna spend my money on her. She get it poppin', lock it, drop it, that birthday cake. Got a candle, need to blow that crazy flame. I take my red, black card and my jewelry. Shawty is cool like the fire, cool like fire. Somebody call 911. Shawty fire burning on the dance floor.
keeping us afloat. But when I look back at all the crazy fights we had, it's like some kind of madness was taking control. Yeah. And now I have finally seen the light. And I have finally realized what you need.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the UNCP softball field, where today we have Senior Day coming up as the Braves will be taking on the Augusta Jaguars. We have Senior Day presentations coming up on the field. We're going to let you join in with that, and for that, we will turn it over shortly to public address announcer Jack Bullslavin here at the UNCP softball field for Senior Day for the Braves. We'll join with those, and we'll get back with you, get the starting lineups, and on our way with the first of the doubleheader today. Thanks for being with us, and enjoy Senior Day.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder.
Thunder, 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 thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, thunder. Thunder. Kids were laughing in my classes while I was scheming for the masses. Who do you think you are? Dreaming about being a big star. They say you're basic, they say you're easy. You always riding in the backseat. Now I'm smiling from the stage while you were clapping in the nosebleeds.
thunder, thunder, thunder,
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder. Thunder.
Prior to the start of today's contest, the UNC Pembroke Department of Athletics would like to recognize the seniors for their dedication and effort towards the softball programs of both UNCP and Augusta. We'll begin with the 7 seniors from Augusta University. Fans, please direct your attention to home plate, where each senior from Augusta University will be presented a flower from a member of the UNC Pembroke softball team. Here are your Augusta Jaguar 2018 seniors. Number 0, Ashley Boyd from Jefferson, Georgia. Number 1, Auburn Bacorda from Smyrna, Georgia. Number 3, Kendall Connor from Grovetown, Georgia. Number 4, Alexis Schlein from Evans, Georgia. Number 8, Lindsey Stokes from Harlem, Georgia. Number 11, Caroline Edwards from Woodstock, Georgia. Number 17, Marnie Greenstein from Lake Worth, Florida. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior class for the Augusta University softball team. Now, please direct your attention towards the third base dugout as we introduce the 2018 UNCP senior class. Our first senior is number 6, Taylor Gerhardt, a native of Winfield Park, New Jersey. Taylor is being escorted by her parents, Kathy and Jeff Gerhardt, her brother Ryan, and her grandparents, Elizabeth and Ray Sass. Gerhardt played and started 191 games in her 4 years as a Brave. She is a .335 hitter with 186 hits, 140 RBIs, 105 runs scored, and 55 extra base hits. Taylor is a 3-time NFCA All-America Scholar Athlete, a 2-time PBC All-Academic Team Selection, and a COSIDA Academic All-District pick. As a freshman, Gerhardt was once the 2015 PBC AstroTurf Freshman of the Week, but was named to the All-PBC second team. The shortstop is a 2-time PBC softball preseason all-conference pick. Taylor became the all-time walks leader in UNCP history with her 64th career walk on February 25th versus Barton. Taylor is majoring in accounting and will graduate in May of 2018. Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, Taylor Gerhardt. Next up, number 4, Carly Brooks. A native of Burlington, Brooks is being escorted today by her parents, Jennifer and Charlie Brooks, her sister Kelsey, and her brother Caden. In 2015, Carly helped the team earn the PBC Softball Sportsmanship Award. In 2017, Brooks received the Coaches Award at the Golden Braves Award Ceremony, as well as the PBC Bronze Level Presidential Honor Roll. She was also a member of the team that was named an Easton NFCA Division II All-Academic Team for 3 consecutive years. In her 4 years as a Brave, Carly has seen action in 63 games with 40 starts. She has 22 hits, 16 runs scored, and 14 RBIs, while compiling a .977 fielding percentage. Carly is majoring in mathematics education with a minor in exercise and sports science and will be graduating in the spring of 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, Carly Brooks. Our next senior, number 8, Haley Epperson, a native of Summerfield. Haley is being escorted by her parents Lori and Danny Epperson and her brother Daniel. As a freshman, she helped UNCP earn the 2015 PBC Softball Sportsmanship Award. It was named to the All-State team with a batting average of .351, which ranked second on the team. She was also a member of the team that was named an Easton NFCA Division II All-Academic Team for 3 consecutive years. In her 4 years as a Brave, Haley has played 138 games with 99 starts. She has compiled a .258 batting average with 74 hits, 56 runs scored, 36 RBIs, 22 extra base hits, and 30 stolen bases. Haley is majoring in mass communication with a concentration in public relations, as well as a minor in marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, Haley Epperson. Next up, number 9, Tony Nelson, a native of Bear Creek. Tony is being escorted today by her parents, Jennifer and Richard Skews, and her sister Shelby. As a freshman, she helped the Braves earn the 2015 PBC Team Sportsmanship Award, and she was named to the PBC Silver Level Presidential Honor Roll in 2017. In her 4 seasons in the black and gold, Tony has played in 172 games with 168 starts. She's compiled a .275 batting average with 121 hits, 67 RBIs, 42 runs scored, 30 extra base hits, and a .983 fielding percentage. She was also a part of the team that was named an Easton NFCA Division II All-Academic Team for 3 consecutive years. Tony is majoring in mass communication and also has a minor in journalism and plans to pursue a career in public relations after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, number 9, Tony Nelson. Our next senior, number 10, Lexi Cox. A native of Whispering Pines, Lexi is being escorted today by her parents Lori Ann and Brian Cox and her brother Caleb. She is a 2-time PBC Presidential Honor Roll selection, as well as a member of the team that was an Easton NFCA Division II All-Academic Team for 3 consecutive years. Lexi also helped UNCP earn the 2015 PBC Sportsmanship Award. In her 4 seasons as a Brave, Lexi has seen action in 159 games with 151 starts. She has compiled a .240 average, including a .310 mark in her senior season. Lexi has 84 career hits, 51 runs scored, 47 RBIs, and 26 extra base hits. Lexi is majoring in sports management with a minor in management and plans to pursue a career in athletics administration after graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, number 10, Lexi Cox. Our next senior, number 18, Jamie Johnson. A native of Kinley, Jamie is being escorted today by her parents, Victoria Allen and Scotty Johnson. Jamie is a 3-time PBC Player of the Week, a 2-time All-PBC First Team Selection, and a 2-time All-State pick. As a junior, she was also named to the All-PBC preseason team, was a D2 CAA First Team All-Region Selection, a NFCA First Team All-Region pick, and became the 3rd UNCP player to ever be named an NFCA All-American. She was also named Team MVP at the 2017 Golden Braves Awards. Jamie is the all-time assist leader in UNCP history with 483, has the most doubles in Braves history with 48. She also ranks among the career leaders in at-bats with 623, hits with 248, and total bases with 373. Jamie is an all-time .398 hitter with 163 runs scored, 118 RBIs, 77 extra base hits, and 105 stolen bases in just 189 career games. She led the PBC with a .421 batting average as a junior and leads the league with a .473 average as a senior. Jamie is majoring in biology and plans to enter the 2018 American Softball Association Professional Draft on June 6. Ladies and gentlemen, number 18, Jamie Johnson. At this time, we would also like to honor two other special members for the UNCP softball program. Graduate Assistant Coach, Courtney Roberts. Coach Roberts has been a big part of the Braves softball program for the past 2 years, serving in many different roles for the team. Coach Roberts has primarily worked with the pitching staff and will graduate in a few short weeks with her master's degree in physical education with a concentration in sports management. Ladies and gentlemen, Courtney Roberts. Graduate Assistant, Certified Athletic Trainer, Katie Junker. Katie has spent the past 2 years making sure that the team is healthy and back on the field as fast as possible. She has been a part of the athletic training department while pursuing her master's degree in physical education with a concentration in sports administration and will graduate in May. Ladies and gentlemen, Katie Junker. Ladies and gentlemen, how about another round of applause for your 2018 honorees?
Welcome here to Pembroke, where we are just about underway.
13 p.m.
Augusta and UNC Pembroke on Senior Day here at the UNCP softball field. And glad to have you with us for game one of this doubleheader. Augusta and UNCP, Auburn Balcorda leading it off for Augusta. The shortstop hitting .260 this year. Trevor Williams with you. Glad to have you with us. Next pitch too far inside to Balcorda. It's 2 balls and a strike. Mallory Leviner is the starter for the Braves. 8-7 record with a save this year, 101 and a third innings. Ball in the air to left field, lined right at Cox and left, and makes the catch for out number 1
Now batting
here this
center
afternoon.
fielder number 8, Lindsey Stokes.
Great festivities in the pregame for Senior Day. We hope all of you were able to be with us for that. Braves honoring 6 in their final season at UNCP. Second to last home doubleheader. They will have a rescheduled doubleheader from a Columbus State series supposed to be played a week ago on Sunday. Another liner towards left. This falls in front of Cox and left, and a base hit for Lindsey Stokes. 1 out base runner for Augusta.
First baseman number 11, Carolyn Edwards.
Visitors half of the first. Mentioned Balcorda and Stokes, the first 2 to the plate for the Jaguars. It's then Carolyn Edwards after that. Behind Carolyn Edwards the rest of the way down the order, we will see right here with the pitch on the ground foul, the third base side. After Edwards, we have Ashley Boyd, Lydia Hausman. Then it's Kendall Connor, Alexa Schlein, Bella Fernandez, and Reagan Norfleet. Home plate umpires Tammy Cooper, Ken Hopkins in the field for this Peach Belt Conference umpiring crew. Pitch from Leviner. Line outside to Edwards. Braves in at 22-16 on the year, 2-10 in PBC play. Augusta 14-28, 5-9 inside the conference. Leviner's next. Blocked on the outside edge by the catcher, Tony Nelson. Braves have Nelson behind the plate, Jamie Johnson at third, Taylor Gerhardt at short. At second base, Mary Sells, first base, Carly Brooks. Pitch just misses low and inside to Edwards. He's got 2 balls and 2 strikes. In the outfield for the Braves, Lexi Cox in left, Randy Weatherington in center, Haley Epperson in right. 2-2 pitch from Leviner. Foul back, we'll get to try it again. So Augusta here for the doubleheader today. Also bark in the park at the UNCP softball field. We've got furry friends inside the confines here at the UNCP softball field. Enjoying some Braves softball. It's Leviner's next pitch on the ground towards second to itself. Throws to first to Brooks, and that's out number 2. Able to move up and in motion at the time of the pitch was Lindsey Stokes. So up to second base for Augusta.
Catcher number 0,
A runner in scoring
Ashley
position
Boyd.
in the top half of the first. It'll be for Ashley Boyd, the catcher for the Jaguars. Jaguars will have Morgan Hunter in the bottom half of the first inning, a sophomore right-hander with a 3.72 ERA this year. Has logged a ton of decisions, 23 of them at 9-14. Pitch fouled straight back by Boyd. The Braves 6 being honored: Taylor Gerhardt, Carly Brooks, Haley Epperson, Tony Nelson, Lexi Cox, Jamie Johnson. Their numbers inscribed in paint in the grass around the home plate area. Nelson thought about throwing back towards second base on that pitch low and outside. Keeping an eye on Stokes, who was on the move on the last ground ball to the right side. Not a lot of stolen bases in this lineup for Augusta. It's the 1-1 fouled away. Have just 9 out of these 9, and nobody after the first 5 batters has stolen a base this year. Kendall Connor, Alexis Schlein, Bella Fernandez, Reagan Norfleet. All with zeros in that stolen base category. Leviner trying to post a 0 in this first inning. A check swing, and we'll see an appeal out to the field. They say no, that Boyd did not go around. That is Ken Hopkins out there. So 2-2 the count. Leviner nearly able to go off speed to get the batter for strike 3. Instead, goes with a rise ball for the swing and a miss, and that's how the top of the first ends here in Pembroke. Braves allow a runner. That's it. They'll swing when we return here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
Back here in Pembroke as we head to the bottom half of the first inning. Trevor Williams with you on the UNCP Sports Network. Braves allowed one runner in the top half on a hit for Augusta, and that was it. The lineup for UNC Pembroke announced by head coach Brittany Bennett. Randy Weatherington leading off. Then it's Mary Sells batting second, followed by Tatum Brummett. After Brummett, it's Jamie Johnson, then Tony Nelson, Taylor Gerhardt, Lexi Cox, Haley Epperson, and Carly Brooks. Face off against Morgan Hunter. Morgan Hunter this year, the right-handed sophomore, 3.72 ERA, 9-14 the record. 29 appearances, 22 starts, 12 complete games, 129 and 2/3 innings for Hunter. He's given up 69 earned runs, 27 walks to 73 strikeouts. The usual starter for the Jaguars is Randy Weatherington. Digs in to start the day at the plate for the Braves. Able to take high. It goes sophomore, freshman, freshman in this order. Then the Braves with 5 seniors in a row after that. The set and the next pitch in the air, first base side, and it's headed to foul ground and will land. There's a ball and a strike to Rendy. Morgan Hunter for Augusta out of Richmond Hill, Georgia. There in the circle facing Rendy for the Braves, who is a sophomore from Vanceboro, North Carolina. In the air to right field, and running in to make the catch in right is Schlein for out number 1. That outfield for the Jaguars, they have in left field Bella Fernandez, and in center field Lindsey Stokes. In right field Alexis Schlein, who just made that catch. At third base, Lydia Hausman. Then at short, Auburn Balcorda. At second base, Reagan Norfleet. And at first, Carolyn Edwards. The catcher for Morgan Hunter is Ashley Boyd. Mary Sells digging in for the Braves. Takes a strike. Bottom of the first, game 1 of this doubleheader. Sells drives it up the middle, but it's right at the center fielder for the Jaguars, Lindsey Stokes. That's out number 2. 2 up, 2 away for the Braves. Tatum Brummett, the designated player, next for UNCP. Brummett, another freshman and a .297 hitter this year. Slugging .432 with 6 doubles, 2 triples, 22 runs driven in. Able to start ahead in the at-bat 1-0. Braves trying to make this a big weekend in PBC play. Slowing outside. No, it's on that outside edge to Brummett. The dugout thought ball 2. Morgan Hunter is trying to start off 1-2-3 today. Brummett fouling back the 1-1. Tatum for the Braves. from out of Garner, North Carolina, West Johnson High School for the freshman. Mentioned the 22 runs driven in. Also has 13 walks this year at the plate. Swings and misses there, and a 1-2-3 first for Morgan Hunter. Both pitchers end their first innings with strikeouts, and we move on to the second with no score in Pembroke on the UNCP Sports Network.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Back in Pembroke for the top half of the second inning. No score between UNCP and Augusta here on the UNCP Sports Network. Trevor Williams with you, Alex Butler, our producer. Kareem Crawford on graphics, and Chris Hazard running cameras today. Glad to have all of you with us here at the UNCP softball field. Lydia Hausman, Kendall Connor, Alexis Schlein due up for Augusta. That's 5, 6, 7 in the order for the Jaguars. Lower inside edge painted for Leviner. Beautiful day here in Pembroke. Not as windy as we've grown accustomed to on the home games for UNCP. Launched but foul down that left field line for Hausman. No balls, 2 strikes. At first pitch today, 77 degrees. Mostly sunny skies, winds out of the south-southwest at 10 miles an hour. Leviner's 0-2. Put it up too high. Leviner with 5 strikeouts in her last 3 outings. Did post a strikeout top half of the first. Got Ashley Boyd swinging. Get out of a spot with a runner in scoring position. 1-2 the count. Here's Leviner's next. In the air. At short, Gerhardt able to make the catch. Still on that infield dirt. 1 gone for Augusta in the top of the second.
3, Kendall Connor.
Both of these teams in Augusta and UNCP trying to turn around their PBC fortunes. Augusta in better shape right now as they are in that 8th spot in the PBC. Looking at that conference tournament, the Braves 3 spots behind that, needing to gain some ground. Best way to do it, pick up a couple wins today against the Jaguars and then continue rolling into Monday when Columbus State comes into Pembroke. They'll be a tough ticket, 9-3 in the conference, 26-15 overall. 2 balls and no strikes here to Kendall Connor. Connor, one of 5 seniors in the order for Augusta. They have 7 on the roster, swing and a miss after 2-0. They have Ashley Boyd, Auburn Balcorda, Kendall Connor, who's at the plate here, Alexis Schlein, Lindsey Stokes, Carolyn Edwards, Marnie Greenstein, the only we haven't seen in this starting order. Another swing and a miss. Leviner able to put it past Connor. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Leviner's strikeout numbers on the season, 75. Had the one in the top of the first. Leaves that 2-2 just outside. A hit for Augusta in the first for Lindsey Stokes. Was left aboard at second base. Payoff pitch coming. And it's slow and inside. So Kendall Connor able to work the walk. A 1-out base runner for the Jags. Alexis Schlein up next.
Right fielder number 4, Alexis Schlein.
Should have beautiful weather throughout today, and spring luckily seems to have finally hit Pembroke. A beautiful day yesterday. Braves in practice in between their series at Young Harris and this one with Augusta. No balls and a strike to Alexis Schlein. The junior, a 257 hitter. Next from Leviner. Right there for strike 2. Put that right on the lower outside edge. Now Leviner able to work as she pleases. Getting the pitch call outs out of the dugout from Courtney Roberts, third base side. And the 0-2 high and outside. Nelson looking back at first. Nothing needed there in terms of a throw. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Brittany Bennett joined by Stephanie Graziani, and then Courtney Roberts is that coaching staff right in the front of the dugout. Athletic trainer Katie Yonker. Count even now to Schlein. Schlein this year hitting 257. 18 hits and 70 at-bats, 8 runs driven in. Cut on and missed. And the 2-2, and Leviner has a second strikeout today. Also 2 gone for Augusta on the top half of the second.
Left fielder number 23, Bella Fernandez.
Bella Fernandez, the 8 hitter in this order. So we'll go freshman at the bottom of this card for Augusta. Melissa Brocado in her 20th season, the head coach for the Jaguars, and Leviner again ahead of a Jaguar batter. Brocado from Campbell, 1996 grad there. Associate head coaches Evan Smith, Paige Deshane, the graduate assistant. On the ground, Jamie Johnson, what a dive to get to it, but it's in foul territory. 0-2. Here to Bella Fernandez. Chance for Leviner to post a couple scoreless innings here at the start. Both times with the runner aboard. Swing and a miss, and a third strikeout for Mallory Leviner. As I'll turn the page to the bottom half of the second. Still no score in Pembroke, and the Braves back to the plate next.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
Bottom half of the second inning next. No score, UNCP and Augusta. We have Peach Belt Conference softball today. Trevor Williams, glad to be with you from the UNCP softball field. Braves will start with Jamie Johnson to lead off.
Third baseman number 18, Jamie Johnson.
Against Morgan Hunter, who put the Braves down in order in the bottom half of the first inning. Got Weatherington, Sells, and Brummett. So we'll see what Johnson can do here in the home half of the second. So far, the Braves have picked up 3 strikeouts from Mallory Leviner on their other side, 2 last inning. Off-speed pitch hangs in for a strike to Johnson. Jamie, the Peach Belt Conference's leading hitter, still at 473. Hunter goes high and away. You bet Augusta be very careful with Johnson throughout this afternoon. Johnson clubs it to left center with some carry in the gap, and it's gone. Jamie Johnson, a leadoff home run in the bottom half of the second. Well struck for Jamie Johnson. That's how you celebrate Senior Day. Empties that dugout. First hit for the Braves is a home run to left center this afternoon. 1-0 UNCP.
Catcher number 9, Tony Nelson.
Tony Nelson up next. Takes a cut at the first and fouls it straight back. For Jamie Johnson, home run number 8 on the season. Eight home runs now ties her up for 5th in the PBC. Ball and a strike to Nelson. Leader we saw in the last home doubleheader. Tears for Georgia Southwestern with 14. Fly ball, foul ground, left field side. Chance to get there and left in a basket. Catch made down the line in left field by Bella Fernandez. Big coverage out there in left. One gone for the Braves. Taylor Gerhardt up next.
Now batting shortstop number 6, Taylor Gerhardt.
A home run here for Jamie Johnson in the inning to make it 1-0 Braves. Pitch on the lower inside edge to Gerhardt. Great to see the seniors' families in-house. We mentioned Bark in the Park, lots of dogs here. Taylor had hers in the pregame festivities. Another good catch in the left along the line for Bella Fernandez. 2 gone for the Braves following the home run.
Left fielder number 10, Alexi Cox.
Awfully well hit by Jamie Johnson. Giving the Braves that early advantage. Lexi Coxon at the right side. Hits the first foul, and Brittany Bennett, a little ole in front of the third base dugout to get out of the way. And right on cue. Up high and tight. Here to the Braves, Lexi Cox. Ball and a strike at the bottom of the second. The wrestlers have arrived here in Pembroke. Pitch inside makes it 2-1. They are shirtless wrestlers this afternoon. It looks like they brought vuvuzelas. So it swung on and missed 2 balls and 2 strikes. By the looks of it, they've got some sunburns as well already. They might have been out enjoying the sun a little bit today as Cox hit by the pitch. We'll take first here for the Braves with 2 outs in the bottom of the second.
Catch me outside, how about that?
Their fun already halted a little bit here in the second inning as they will not be allowed to have those artificial noisemakers, those vuvuzelas.
Right fielder number 8, Haley Epperson.
The team very excited to see them on that third base side. Haley Epperson up next with 2 outs, bottom of the second. A run already home for the Braves on the home run, and Epperson drives it right up the middle for a base hit. Scampered into second base, Cox, and the single for Haley Epperson. Braves trying to put a little bit together here with 2 outs in the bottom half of the second inning.
Carly Brooks.
So complete the first time through the order. Carly Brooks, 229 hitting, listed redshirt junior, but will graduate this year, and this is the final season of the program for Carly Brooks. 8 hits and 35 at-bats this season, 21 games and 12 starts, now her 13th. Starts well ahead in this count. Top of the order waits on deck. Braves trying to put together 2 outs against Hunter. Brooks back at the circle, and Hunter flips to first over to Carolyn Edwards to end the Braves' second. They get a solo home run from Jamie Johnson. 2 hits in the inning and 2 runners left aboard. As we go to the third, Braves 1, Jaguars nothing.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Into the third inning in Pembroke, and the Braves have a lead to work with, 1-0 as we go to the top half of the third inning.
Now batting, second baseman
Jamie
number 2,
Johnson, a
Reagan
home run.
Norfleet.
Last half inning in the second, first run of this game. Reagan Norfleet to lead off for the Jaguars in the top half of the third. Leviner's first pitch, low and inside, and it got Norfleet, but didn't make a lot of effort to get out of the way there on the right side, but we'll get first base. Hit by pitch here in the top half of the third. No argument from the Braves dugout.
Number 1, Auburn Balcorta.
Back to the top of the order for Augusta, Auburn Balcorta. The senior with 6 runs driven in this year and 26 hits. Tries to put down a bunt, pops up to the plate. Nelson the catch and the throw back to first. It will not be in time to get Norfleet, but the failed bunt attempt for out number 1.
Now batting, center fielder number 8, Lindsey.
Bring up Lindsey Stokes next. Balcorta just popping that bunt up right at the plate to Tony Nelson. 1 away, a 1-0 Braves lead. Nelson able to get in front of that first pitch to Lindsey Stokes. Stokes so far the only Jaguar hit back in the first inning. Single to left field. Hits it on the ground hard at the right side. Sells goes to second for 1. Gerhardt in the back end, not quite in time. Nearly a double play for the Braves. But they erase the lead runner on the base paths as Norfleet out at second. 2 gone for the Jaguars. Replacing Norfleet at first is Stokes. Carolyn Edwards. The first baseman up next with 2 gone, top of the third. Leviner's had a base runner against her each of these first 3 innings, but hasn't minded too much. Augusta 0 for 6 with runners on base. The first offering rolled too low to Carolyn Edwards. 0 for 6 with runners on for the Jags, and 0 for 1 with runners in scoring position here at the start. 0 for 2 with 2 out hitting, that's where they are now. And the liner foul down the left field line, 1 ball and 1 strike. Braves coming off being swept by Young Harris on the road. That's what took them to 2-10 in PBC play. Could get it back on track here today and off to a good start this afternoon. 2 balls and a strike here to Carolyn Edwards. At Young Harris for Leviner, 4 2/3 innings, gave up 11 hits, 7 runs, all earned. Off to a much better start today. Fly ball to left field. Wind pushing it back towards the wall. Cox looking up. It's going to carry, and it's gone. A 2-run home run for Carolyn Edwards. 3rd home run of the season for Edwards. And Augusta will take its first lead of the afternoon.
Now batting,
2-1 score now, and the 2-run home run to left field. And with no wind pushing it, maybe it stays in. Maybe it's allowed out number 3. But well struck there by Edwards. And the home run off of Leviner to make it a 2-1 score. Leviner now facing Ashley Boyd. Struck out Boyd back in the first inning. 13th home run Leviner has allowed this year. Has given up 1 now, and at least 1 we should say, 2 back against Francis Marion at the end of March. Then 1 each to Fayetteville State, 1 to Georgia Southwestern. None at Young Harris last time out, but now 1 today. So at least 1 in 4 of the last 5 outings. For what's worth, the Braves won 2 of those. Obviously today's will be pending. Strike there from Leviner. Two outs in the top half of the 3rd inning. Tied tight. That was the first hit for Augusta with runners on base in this game. Now 1 for 7. Grounder at third. Johnson able to corral it in fair territory and goes to first to Brooks for out number 3. That does in the top half for the Jaguars. Leviner wishing she could have just one pitch back as it was a 2-run home run for Carolyn Edwards. Jags now lead 2-1. Braves back to the plate after this.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
2-1 Augusta lead into the bottom half of the third inning. Trevor Williamson here on the UNCP Sports Network. Randy Weatherington to lead off home half of the third for the Braves. 2-run home run for Carolyn Edwards last half inning to put Augusta ahead. Jamie Johnson with the solo shot for UNCP. Ground ball left side at third, fielded there by Hausman across the diamond. And gets Weatherington for out number 1 in the Braves half of the third. Give way to Mary Sells. Started at the top of the order for the Braves in the bottom half of the third. Brandy Weatherington out on that grounder and Sells right back to the circle where it's caught by Morgan Hunter. 2 quick outs for the Braves in the bottom half of the third.
Designated player number 14, Tatum Brummett.
See Tatum Brummett next. Takes on the first from Hunter. Hunter posted a 1-2-3 first inning, trying to get back to that now here in the third. Found the lower outside edge to even the count to Brummett. 22 runs driven in for Brummett. Just trying to get a 2-out hit here for the Braves and watches it away. Wind we said wasn't too strong at the start. Now it's whipping out to left center. Brummett hits us in the air towards right. It's a bleeder. In as a fair ball down the right field line. Base hit for Tatum Brummett out in front of the right fielder Schlein. 2-out single, and that brings Jamie Johnson to play with a runner on base now. After Johnson put up a solo home run last inning. We'll like to do something with a runner on base and 2 outs. Takes the first below the knees, off speed there to Johnson. I mentioned you want to be careful with Johnson. Got an elevated pitch from Hunter last inning. Joe Bunt pulled it back in the pitch outside. For Jamie, home run number 8 on the year, as we said, her 38th run driven in, both team leading marks for UNCP. 53 hits as the team leader as well. Off speed and outside. I guess I'd maybe rather face Tony Nelson now in this spot with 2 outs in the bottom of the third. And the 3-0 is on the lower outside edge to Johnson. Taking all the way there here in this at-bat. Comes to set the next pitch. Johnson puts the bat out, and it's called outside. Low ball 4. Johnson was able to get it back out of the way. The walk for Jamie Johnson. Comes a walk. Number 18 on her season.
Now batting catcher number 9.
Second on the team in walks behind Taylor Gerhardt, who's the program's all-time leader in walks. He's back earlier in February, set that mark. Tony Nelson bats before we would get to Gerhardt in this spot and is behind, no balls and a strike. Braves have first and second runners in scoring position today, 0 for 1. Nelson ripping it down the left field line, but it's turned foul. No balls, 2 strikes to Tony Nelson. Brummett with the 2-out single, Jamie Johnson the walk to set up this spot for Tony Nelson in the bottom of the third. 9 outside from Morgan Hunter. I mentioned the Jaguars right on the fringe of that Peach Belt Conference tournament cutoff, and the Braves trying to make up a couple spots in that race. Nelson popping it up on the left side of the infield, back behind short as it pushes the shortstop out quarterback a little bit, but made the catch for out number 3. We go to the 4th inning, 2-1 Augusta. Braves back into the circle with Mallory Leviner after this.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Two-one score into the top half of the 4th inning. We're here with you on the UNCP Sports Network. Game 1 of this doubleheader between Augusta and UNC Pembroke in Peach Belt Conference play. And happy Senior Day. Still remember, though, the Braves another home doubleheader on Monday. 1 and 3 with Columbus State.
Now batting third baseman, number 9, Lydia Houseman.
It'll start with Lydia Houseman, then Kendall Connor, Alexis Schlein in the 4th for Augusta. Mallory Leviner getting a pop-up, shallow center field, racing in Weatherington, but not going to be able to get to it in time. Leadoff knock here in the 4th for Augusta.
Now batting.
So right away they get Houseman aboard, Kendall Connor, the designated player, up next. Houseman, after popping out to short in her first at-bat, able to get just a little more on it there into center field on that bloop single. They're ready in the pitch from Leviner. Bunt put down first base side. It's into foul ground. We've seen the Jags already fail on a bunt attempt to move a runner up. That was last inning. They did get a 2-run home run in the inning from Carolyn Edwards. That has them to the 2-1 lead. Another bunt shown, put down first base side. Brooks tries to dive for it, gets to it to stop it, throw to first, not in time, and up to second base safely is Houseman. So Kendall Connor gets the bunt down, gets in safely at first on the bunt single. First and second, nobody out. Top of the 4th for Augusta, and Tony Nelson going to go talk with Mallory Leviner.
Now batting right fielder.
This will be the first time that Leviner's really had to start an inning behind the 8-ball in terms of a couple on and nobody out.
Right fielder number 4, Alexis Schlein.
Faces Alexis Schlein in this spot. Into the bottom third of the order. Schlein puts a bunt in foul ground on the third base side, and Nelson nearly able to scramble to it. No balls and a strike to Alexis Schlein, who in her first at-bat struck out swinging. Another bunt shown, put down, right of the circle. Leviner to her left to go get it and throw to first, where the Braves had Sells covering. Does its job, the sacrifice bunt for Schlein to move runners to second and third with 1 out. to give Bella Fernandez a chance to try to drive some more Jaguars in. A 2-1 lead for them here in the top of the fourth. Braves trying to back out of trouble. Leviner going up in the zone. Able to rise up Fernandez for strike one. Reagan Norfleet on deck. These are the 8 and 9 hitters. Fernandez hitting for the year 204. Norfleet under 150. The tying outside from Fernandez, a ball and a strike. Norfleet's at a $143. So there is a part of the order where you'd have a better chance to strand a couple in scoring position. This would be it for Leviner. Upper half, and it's turned foul by Fernandez down the left field line. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 4 hits for Augusta, 3 hits for UNCP. Neither side has committed an error yet. Big bunt single here in the inning for Kendall Connor. It's a difference maker to this point, as it's a foul ball off the top of the first base dugout for Augusta.
Right beside it. Mama would be mad.
2-1 Augusta. Leviner so far in this game. This is 3 pitches into this at-bat. Now 4 pitches, it's high and outside. Leviner so far has thrown 55 pitches, 34 strikes. Gets the strikeout, a 4th for Mallory Leviner, and a huge strikeout here in the top half of the 4th. Fernandez down looking, and it keeps runners at second and third. Just needs to get Reagan Norfleet, the 9-hitter in this order. If Leviner can retire, Norfleet gets out of the trouble here in the 4th. Just missed that lower outside edge. Feels like a much better situation now after the strikeout, but still. Norfleet, who has 4 hits on the year, a 5th could mean a couple runs for Augusta. 2 balls, no strikes to Norfleet. Hit by a pitch on the lower inside edge in her first at-bat today. Has the runner Houseman at third, Connor at second. And it's fouled down the left field line. Gets Leviner into the count with her first strike. Trying to post a scoreless inning after the home run of the 3rd for Augusta. Norfleet takes on ball 3. Leviner trying to play those edges of the zone here in this at-bat and has just missed. Needs a strike now at 3-1. Does get it right there. Nelson thinking about a snap throw to third, but tucked it. Count full. 2 outs, Leviner. Trying to twirl a 5th strikeout. A 2 strikeout inning in the 2nd as well. And just missed high. So Norfleet hit by a pitch and a walk in this game. Bases loaded for Augusta in the top half of the 4th.
Now batting leadoff hitter.
They have Houseman at third, Connor at second, Norfleet now at first in the top of the order. Auburn Balcorda. Failed on a bunt attempt in her last at-bat, lined out to left field to start the game. So is 0 for 2 today. First pitch in the air to right center, gonna gap for Balcorda. Scoring 2 for sure for Augusta, third getting the wind around. And the Jaguars with a bases clearing double from Auburn Balcorda here in the top of the 4th. Can't understate the importance of the at-bat. An at-bat prior for Reagan Norfleet, who was able to work that walk, extend the inning back to the top of that order for Balcorda, who picks up her 8th double of the year and a 5-1 Augusta lead. The ball hit back up the middle here off the bat of Lindsey Stokes. Balquota around third and home to score. And the Jaguars make it a 4-run inning. Augusta fired up about it after the RBI single for Stokes. RBI number 20. Second hit of the game for Stokes. Now it's 31 on the year. 5-run lead for the Jaguars. Carolyn Edwards next, who had the 2-run home run last inning. Takes on the off-speed pitch, knee-high for a strike. Edwards went straight away to left over the top of the high fence in left field. Hits another, this time down the left field line, but it heads foul. Leviner a pitch away from being out of the top half of the fourth. 2 in the third, 4 in the fourth now for Augusta after the Braves claim the first run in the second on a solo homer for Jamie Johnson. Pop up out of play, first base side, still 0-2. Again, a doubleheader today. Game 2 will follow the conclusion here. Game 1 about 20 minutes after Game 1. We'll have it for you on a separate stream today. A pitch foul tipped into the glove of Nelson. Strikeout number 5 for Leviner, and that ends the fourth for Augusta. Not before they bring home 4 runs on 4 hits. No errors, leave 1 runner on base. Bottom half of the fourth next. Braves trying to chip back in, down 5 on the UNCP Sports Network.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
Bottom half of the fourth inning in Pembroke, a 5-run lead for Augusta after a 4-run top half of this inning. They did it with 2 outs. Leviner had 2 outs, runners at second and third following a strikeout, a chance to get out of it without a run home. But a walk and a bases clearing double, followed by an RBI single. Did the damage. So Braves offense tasked with trying to get back at Morgan Hunter here in the bottom of the fourth. Scoreless third inning for the Braves. The first pitch missing from Taylor Gerhardt. Braves left the couple on last inning. Off speed on the inner edge for a strike. Gerhardt, we mentioned for UNCP, the all-times walk leader. 2 balls and a strike. Back on February 25th against Barton, a 64th career walk set that mark. One of these 6 seniors being honored today. Well ahead in the count, 3 balls and a strike. In the dirt for Gerhardt, a walk to lead off the bottom of the fourth. Good start for the Braves to open with a base runner here in the home half. Trying to get this bottom third of the order now to table set. Lexi Cox in this game today. Able to get a free pass earlier. Grounder third base side, knocked down at third. Cox racing to first, beats it out. An infield single for Lexi Cox. Houseman trying to make the stop on the third base side. Couldn't quite get a clean handle on it right away as it was sharply hit to third. First and second for the Braves with nobody out in the bottom of the fourth. Haley Epperson trying to keep it going after a single to center in her first at-bat. 311 average this year for Epperson. 23 hits and 74 appearances, 19 runs scored. Hits this high in the air to left field. Back a couple steps to make the catch, Fernandez. Braves runners retreat. Epperson nearly catching enough of it to work it to the fence and left. The first out for the Braves.
First baseman number 4, Carly Brooks.
Carly Brooks looking out at Morgan Hunter. The first pitch low and inside, and a check back to second. The throw almost in time. A ball and no strikes here to Carly Brooks. Takes to the knees to even up the count. Braves start with a pair of base runners here in the inning. The walk and the single, a swing on the inner half, and Brooks swinging through a pitch that hits her on that inside half. Ball and 2 strikes, and walks away on the third base side of things just to take a moment. Swung through right on the hand on that pitch. Seems to be the right arm bothering Carly. Shakes it out there on the third base side. We'll walk away with it for a second. 6-1 Augusta here in the bottom half of the 4th inning. A 4-run top half and 2 runs in the third for the Jaguars. There's 6. Braves with a single run back in the 2nd inning on a Jamie Johnson home run to left center field. So Brooks continuing to try to stretch that out. Now athletic trainer Katie Yonker will join the conversation. Brooks putting up a couple swings and says she is good to go. She'll walk back into the plate. A ball and 2 strikes. Couple runners aboard. Swings in on the hands, hit at third. Trying to go to third for a second was Houseman. Realized still need to get that throw to first, and did just in the nick of time for out number 2. Nearly a critical miscue at third for the third baseman,
Now batting center fielder number 15,
Lydia Houseman. Second and third, 2 outs. Back to the top of the Braves order, Rendy Weatherington. 0 for 2 today. Fly out and a ground out. Takes on the inner half for strike 1. Trying to add to 4 hits here for the Braves. This will be a big opportunity, the couple in scoring position. And the pitch missing low, 1-1. Weatherington has driven in a total of 14 runs this season on 18 hits. Takes on away 2 balls and a strike. Has Mary Sells behind her, a 293 hitter on the season. Ball 3. Braves wouldn't mind to follow what Augusta did in the top half of the inning. Load them up and then clear them with a double here in this bottom half of the 4th. That could get him some runs back in a big-time way. The 3-1 finds his own to Weatherington, so the count full. Breezy Elton warms up in the Braves bullpen down the third base side. Augusta bullpen out of sight. Weatherington fouling off the 3-2. Try it once again. Good fight here in this at-bat for Rendy. Braves trying to keep it from being back-to-back scoreless innings against them from Morgan Hunter. And Weatherington fouls off another 3-2 pitch. Gerhardt over at third, Cox at second. And Weatherington fouls off another 3-2 pitch. Just along that line at third. Still finding big time here in this at-bat. Ninth pitch of the at-bat here. And swung on and missed to get Hunter out of the fourth. Braves strand 2 in scoring position. No runs, a hit. And those 2 runners left the board. We head to the fifth. Augusta leads by 5 here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Top half of the 5th inning, it is a 6-1 lead for Augusta. Still Mallory Leviner in the circle for the Braves. See the numbers on the season there coming into play today. It will start here in the 5th for the Jaguars with their catcher Ashley Boyd. Boyd, Houseman, Connor due up in the 5th for Augusta. 2-run third, 4-run fourth. Pitch on the lower outside edge there from Mallory. Leviner in this game with 5 strikeouts, has walked 2, giving up 1 double, 1 homer. Faced 21 batters so far. Ball and a strike to Boyd. Leviner 71 pitches into her day. 6 hits, 6 runs, all earned. Boyd backing away from it. It's 2-1. For Augusta, their last doubleheader was at West Georgia non-conference on Wednesday. Lost the pair. Pitch too high, and Boyd a leadoff walk in the 5th for the Jaguars. They took 1-2 from USC Aiken their last conference doubleheader. 1-2 from Lander. 1-2 from Georgia Southwestern. Last time they lost a pair in PBC play was back on the 25th of February at Young Harris. So only a short 2-game skid right now for Augusta. The Braves have dropped 4 straight, and we see Brittany Bennett coming out of the dugout. Third base side, approaching home plate umpire Tammy Cooper. We'll see as the umpires come together to talk on the right side of the infield. I think the umpires were off on their count, that it should have been 3-1 on the last pitch, and yes, it was. So Brittany Bennett alertly had that charted right in the dugout. That concurs with what we had up here as well. 3 balls and a strike. We're trying to get the right bat back out to Boyd. So it was a pitch ahead of things for the walk for Boyd. So now 3-1, nobody out. Top half of the 5th. That takes that runner off base. Leviner comes back in with a strike, count full. Not only a chance for the Braves to erase the base runner, but now they could get a strikeout here from Leviner. Grounder at first under Brooks into right field. Base hit for Boyd in the top of the 5th. A leadoff single for Augusta. Same result for Boyd. Got aboard to first. instead of single instead of the walk. Is on with Lydia Hausman up to the plate. Hausman a single last at bat to center. Does the same here on the ground up the middle. And first and second for Augusta with nobody out in the visitors' half of the fifth. They're hitting it hard, 8 hits now. And it looks like the Braves are going to make a change in the circle. As Brittany Bennett comes out, has a new armband with the pitch callouts for Breezy Yelton. Breezy will be coming in for the Braves as Coach Bennett will go get Mallory Leviner here in the top half of the fifth. 6-1 the lead for Augusta. We'll take a break. We'll come back, tell you about Breezy Yelton when we return here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
So the Braves change pitchers here in the top half of the fifth inning. Breezy Yelton to take over for Mallory Leviner. 6-1 lead for Augusta and 2 on, nobody out in the visitors' half of the fifth. Leviner still responsible for the runners aboard. 4 innings for Leviner, 8 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts, and that could balloon up to 8 with Johnson racing in, fielding the bunt well, and throwing to first for out number 1. A sacrifice in that plate appearance for Connor. Got a bunt single and at bat to go, and Kendall Connor able to move the runners into scoring position. So 1 out for the Jaguars, and second and third in Boyd and Hausman. At the plate left side is Alexis Schlein.
Number 4, Alexis Schlein.
We'll start ahead in the count of ball and no strikes. So Augusta has it doubled up in hits, 8-4. Their 4-run inning last inning with 2 outs, a bases loaded double into right center field. It was a big one for Balcorda into right center. Auburn Balcorda with the 8th double of the year, and runs driven in 7, 8, and 9 on the season. 2-0 pitch here to Schlein. Swung on and missed. Yelton able to pass it by, and that's an important strike for the Braves. Last thing they could afford is for another bases loaded spot here in the fifth. Yelton trying to keep working back into this count. Gets a pop-up on the infield. Perfect for the Braves as Johnson's right there to make the catch. 2 gone for Augusta. And a chance for Yelton to get the Braves out of trouble here at the top of the fifth. Going to see a change here for Augusta. Marnie Greenstein will get an opportunity at the plate instead of Bella Fernandez.
Pinch hitting for Augusta, number 17, Marnie Greenstein.
So Marnie will stand in with Boyd at third, Hausman at second. 2 outs, visitors half of the fifth. Yelton with the first to Greenstein. Swung on and missed. A homer for Augusta would get them to that 8-run lead they've been looking for here in the fifth. Yelton trying to make it a scoreless aim, but a ground ball through the left side to score 1 for the Jags. Greenstein an RBI single through the left side. That run will go to Mallory Leviner's line. 7-1 now, Augusta. And Reagan Norfleet, who worked a walk last inning to load the bases for that bases clearing double for Auburn Balcorda.
Reagan Norfleet.
will get the opportunity now. 2 out, a 6-run lead for Augusta and corner runners. Runner in motion from first. Nelson looking at third for a moment. It's a delayed steal of third for a home, and the tag is in time back at the plate. Cut down there by the Braves, shy a second, and a nice throw from Gerhardt back down to Nelson to nab the runner at the plate. And Augusta's inning ends with the run scored. On 3 hits, no errors, and 1 runner left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Braves looking to get some runs back next.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
7-1 Augusta lead in the bottom of the 5th inning. UNCP with Mary Sells, Tatum Brummett, and Jamie Johnson due up in their home half. Trevor Williams with you here from the UNCP softball field on Senior Day. A beautiful sunny afternoon in Pembroke on this Saturday. Upper 70s will be in the 80s before it's all said and done today. We'll see what Sells can do to start off the home half of the 5th. Braves have a few innings left to work with here, and just trying to get the scoring started as they haven't had a run since the 2nd inning home run for Jamie Johnson. Solo shot there in the 2nd to left center. We will see Johnson as the 3rd due up here in the inning, and Sells starts with a pop-up towards the left side of the circle, and the 3rd baseman Houseman to make the catch for out number 1. 1 pitch and an out there for Morgan Hunter. Has had some quick innings. We get the Braves aggressively swinging early. Just did a great job defensively, UNCP. They cut down a throw to second shy of the base, threw back home with a runner trying to nab home on a delayed steal. Pitch low to Tatum Brummett, 1 ball, no strikes. Braves won the cat and mouse game. Brummett takes as the count evens. Swing and a miss. Hunter's done well today. Not a ton of strikeouts, just a pair. Was able to scatter 4 hits and a run. 2 walks in the contest. Up too high to Brummett. Rises up at eye level. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Brummett got out in front of it and just turned it foul down the right field line. Turned it hard down that line as it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Outfield straight up for the Jaguars. Schlein, Stokes, Greenstein now from left to right as Greenstein stayed in to play in right field. Schlein moved to left after Greenstein came in to hit for the left fielder Bella Fernandez. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Tatum Brummett as she fouled off another. Trying to get a board for Jamie Johnson in the bottom of the 5th. Skips away for ball 3. See those numbers in the grass, the 4 and the 6 for the Braves seniors. Those 2, of course, for Carly Brooks and Taylor Gerhardt. All 6 have their numbers back behind the plate. visit on the first base side of things here for Augusta and their coaching staff as they talk to home plate umpire Tammy Cooper. Count is full at 3-2. We'll see as Augusta came in to scribble some sort of change with home plate umpire Tammy Cooper, but they didn't let us know what it is. The 3-2 pitch, lower outside edge, called strike 3. So Brummett down looking for out number 2 here in the bottom half of the 5th. Jamie Johnson will come to play with no Braves aboard. Possible that they were just talking to home plate umpire Tammy Cooper about the change of the left fielder to right field. If that had not been properly reported to the umpire before. So Johnson takes strike 1. We'd already seen that with Greenstein moving over to right field and Schlein to left. Johnson hits it in the air. Sky to center, takes the center fielder back a few steps. Stokes, who makes the catch for out number 3 in the Braves half of the 5th. And Augusta turns the page of the 6th inning with a 6-run lead when we come back here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
7-1 Augusta lead. Breezy Yelton back into that circle for the Braves. Allowed 1 run in relief last inning that was charged to Mallory Leviner to total her line as it is closed now this afternoon at 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 runs all earned, 2 walks, 5 strikeouts for Leviner. Finished at 76 pitches, 48 strikes. So Breezy Yelton gave up the 1 hit in the inning of relief. Good job to minimize the damage, just a single run. Braves offense trying to get it going a little bit more here in game 1, though. Outside of the solo home run for Jamie Johnson, they haven't had much these last few innings. It's been a while since we've seen him put a couple hits together. So Augusta's out hit at 9-4. No errors to either side in this game. It starts with the 9-hitter, Reagan Norfleet. Norfleet left at the plate when Augusta tried to put a runner in motion from first to second last inning. Try to sneak a runner home from third. It didn't work out. Norfleet swinging and missing at the first. With Yelton on in relief here, game 1. You'd think Reagan Larson for game 2 for the Braves. Doubleheader today in Pembroke. Fly ball left field side into foul ground and over that left field fence out towards the Braves batting cages down there. No balls, 2 strikes. Perfect afternoon for softball. A breeze blowing out there to left center. A very nice day here in Pembroke. Braves looking for some late inning magic. Yelton gets a fresh baseball. Home plate umpire put up 1-1 for the count, but it's 0-2. They've struggled with the counts a few times here today. High and back behind the left ear of the batter, Norfleet. Should be a ball and 2 strikes. Tammy Cooper held up 1-1 before the last pitch. Yelton ready for the 1-2. And that's popped straight back. Home plate umpire trying to hold up 2-2, and that count's not correct. Just a ball and 2 strikes. And that's low and inside. So now it's 2-2. You're going to see Tammy Cooper hold up 3-2. There will be a discrepancy here if Augusta gets a walk allowed. It is 2-2, and it's hit down that left field line. We'll see if this ends up meaning anything here at the top of the 6th. We'll hope that the Braves dugout is alerted to this as well. Coach Bennett was right on top of it earlier when the umpires allowed a walk, a pitch early to Ashley Boyd. So we'll hope for the same situation here. As the pitch low and inside, and that hits the batter. The count will end up being a moot point as Norfleet hit by a pitch for a second time today. And aboard to lead off the top of the 6th for Augusta.
Now batting leadoff hitter.
Back to the top of that order for Auburn Valcorta. Norfleet takes out first pitch. Nelson trying to nab her at second. Throw caught by Garrett to try to put it down. Looked like on the side of the helmet of Norfleet. Field umpire right there, Ken Hopkins, set in safely. Norfleet with the stolen base. First steal for Reagan Norfleet this year. Into scoring position for the Jaguars. Too high to Valcorta. Thanks to all of you for being with us here on Senior Day in Pembroke. Doubleheader action. Inside to Valcorta. 2 balls, 1 strike. And game 2 will be on the UNCP Athletics YouTube page. A new stream link will open there. Go to catch the second game of the doubleheader about 20 minutes after the conclusion of our first. Pop up back behind, no, just in front of second as Sells comes in and marches in to make that catch for out number 1. Norfleet will stay right there, 1 out, top of the 6th.
Now batting center
Lindsey
fielder,
Stokes will try to
Lindsey
keep it going.
Stokes.
2 for 3 game for Stokes with an RBI single last at bat. Also had a single to the left in the first. Went up the middle in the 4th to score a 6th run at the time for Augusta. Nelson blocking a pitch low and outside. Norfleet to throw on the brakes and head back to second. Good stop there behind the dish for Tony Nelson. Yeldon checking in with that dugout for the pitch call out. Line down the right field line and foul off the bat of Stokes. 7 runs, 9 hits, no errors for Augusta. 1 run, 4 hits, no errors for UNC Pembroke. Yeldon gets some encouragement in that circle from Taylor Gerhardt. On the ground at first under the glove of Brooks. Around third is Norfleet. On the way home to score. And an 8-1 lead for Augusta. Another RBI single for Lindsey Stokes. Second RBI single of the game and a 3-hit game for Stokes.
First baseman number 11, Carolyn Edwards.
Aboard with 1 out for the Jaguars. And Carolyn Edwards, who had an earlier 2-run homer for Augusta, stands in at the right side here against Yelton. It's a grounder at third. Johnson goes to second to Sells for 1. There will be no back end. 2 outs now for Augusta on the fielder's choice. Edwards replaces the spot at first. An 8-1 Augusta lead in game 1 of this doubleheader.
Now batting catcher,
They have steadily scored since that 3rd inning. 2-run 3rd, 4-run 4th, 1 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th. That totals up those 8 runs. Ashley Boyd up next for the Jaguars. Pitch too high. A ball, no strikes. Everybody straight up defensively for the Braves. Their order, they'll have 5, 6, 7 due up in the bottom of the 6th. Next to Boyd, cut on and missed. Change of speeds there for Yelton. Wind still blowing that American flag out to left center. Yelton has it foul tipped into the glove of Nelson. That batted Boyd, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Breezy's giving up the 2 hits over an inning and 2/3. No strikeouts yet, no walks, has hit a batter. The 1-2 from Yelton. Swung on and missed up the ladder. That rise ball gets Boyd swinging, and we head to the bottom half of the 6th inning. 8-1 Augusta leads after they tack on 1 in the frame. Braves back to the dish next.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Eight 1 Augusta lead. Morgan Hunter remains in the circle into the bottom half of the 6th inning. Jaguars played a good one here in game 1. The Braves trying to get their offense going here at the bottom of the 6th. They have hits in the game from Brummett and Johnson, and then Cox and Epperson. That's it for the Braves. They have Tony Nelson, Taylor Gerhardt, Lexi Cox.
Catcher number 9, Tony.
You're due up in the bottom of the 6th. Couple innings for the Braves to try to get 7 back, first and foremost. Ball, no strikes to Nelson. Two balls, no strikes now on the pitch inside. Tony with a pop out to short in the 3rd. Fluette's left in the 2nd. 2 balls, 2 balls and 1 strike, excuse me. Foul tip in the glove of that catcher Boyd, who hangs on. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Fly ball to center. Standing with it in center field. Stokes and makes the catch for out number 1 at the bottom of the 6th. Gerhardt up next for the Braves. Gerhardt 0 for 1 in this game. Walked in her last at-bat in the 4th. Lined out to left field in the 2nd. Takes a strike lower inside edge. Gerhardt grounds the next at 3rd. Just hops foul as to it at 3rd. Houseman with the glove just left of the bag as we see it. No balls, 2 strikes. High and tight to Gerhardt for ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes. On the ground, 3rd base side and foul. Still 1 and 2 to Gerhardt. Gerhardt, a career .335 hitter. Came in with 186 hits as a Brave, 140 runs driven in. 105 runs scored and 55 extra base hits. Knocks this up the middle. That's career hit 187 for Gerhardt. Right back up in the middle of the diamond. And a one-out single for the Braves in the bottom of the 6th.
Nobody left fielder number 10, Alexi.
Fifth hit for the Braves off of Morgan Hunter. Alexi Cox will try to keep it rolling for UNCP here in the bottom of the 6th. And outside to the catcher, Boyd. Swing and a miss. Count evens up. Cox with Epperson on deck. Both have a hit today. Cox making it 2 hits past the diving shortstop Balcorda into center field. First and second for the Braves with 1 out. Well, the rally's starting here in the bottom of the 6th. Haley Epperson will be up next. He was hit by a pitch in the second, singled in the second and flew out to left in the 4th. Still looking at that line of Cox. It was hit by the pitch before 2 singles and back-to-back at-bats. Epperson's pop up down the first base side, losing the footing at first, tripping on her feet over the first base bag. Edwards was unable to make that catch, so it's just 0-1 to Epperson. Happy to see that ball harmlessly fall. 0-1 the count, 1 out and a couple aboard. Low and inside to Epperson to even the count at a ball and a strike. 6 hits now for the Braves after 2 in the inning. And up and inside to Epperson, 2 balls and 1 strike. At second base, Gerhardt. Cox at first, and Epperson's grounder in fair over the third base bag, down into the corner. Gonna score Gerhardt from second. Cox getting the round at third, trying to get him with the triple for the Braves, and successfully Haley Epperson. 2 RBI triple to get a pair back for UNCP. And just working it in fair over the top of the third base bag, and we see an argument immediately from the Augusta dugout, as they claim that that ball was in foul ground. From our vantage point, looked like the right call over the bag at third. The Braves will have a pinch hitter in this spot as well. Nothing comes of the argument. 8-3 now the score on the 2 RBI triple for Haley Epperson. Her first triple of the season, runs driven in 10 and 11. And the Braves will make a switch, bringing in Alyssa Price. Looks like they'll have some defensive changes by the looks of the conversation as well. So Price will bat here in the spot of Carly Brooks. Trying to find a way to drive in another here for the Braves. They would love to get 4 here in this inning if they could, then 4 next inning to complete a comeback. A pop-up out of play on the third base side. It's assuming the Braves can post a 0 in the top of the 7th. Augusta scored each of its last 4 innings at the plate. Big 3-hit inning here for the Braves, though, and a couple runs already home. Price this year batting .333 and takes on the lower inside edge for ball and a strike. Alyssa .444 on base percentage. 10 hits and 30 at-bats. 6 runs scored, 4 driven in. And hits it off the hands towards the left side of the infield. At short, Balcorda with the throw to first. Braves able to see Haley Epperson home. Watch to make sure that throw would go to first, and a run driven in there on the ground out by Alyssa Price. 8-4 now the score. The Braves will look to rally with 2 outs, nobody on board. 3-run inning here for the Braves now. And Randy Weatherington flashed a bunt for a second, brought it back for ball 1. This is the top of the Braves order right here. A lineup that can produce from top to bottom, and Weatherington turning it foul down the left field line. Ball and a strike. Run in the second for the Braves, and now 3 here in the 6th for their 4. Augusta with 2 in the 3rd, 4 in the 4th, and 1 in each of the 5th and 6th innings. It's 2 balls and a strike here to Randy Weatherington. Three balls, 1 strike. High and tight to Weatherington. Good at bat here for Rendy, trying to get it restarted here for the Braves in the bottom of this 6th inning with 3 already home. And Weatherington knocks it to left center. Into the gap, Weatherington for second. Eyes up, it'll be held there. A 2-out double. Braves dugout likes it. Mary Sells will have the 2-out at bat next. Weatherington fired up with the double into left center. Braves have finally figured it out here against Hunter in the 6th. Had 4 hits coming into this inning on the game, and now a 4-hit inning with 3 runs scored, and there will be a pitching change for Augusta. New arm for the Jaguars to be Jada Jackson. We'll tell you about Jackson when we return here with 2 outs, bottom of the 6th on the UNCP Sports Network.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
8-4 the score, and the Braves have forced a pitching change to Jada Jackson in the bottom of the 6th for Augusta in relief of Morgan Hunter. Hunter still responsible for the runner Weatherington at second base. Jackson this year 2-5, 46 innings, 43 earned runs, and misses low and away from Mary Sells. 25 strikeouts to 20 walks for Jada Jackson this year. The reliever for the Jaguars from out of Warner Robins, Georgia, as it's a light hopper on the right side. Sells trying to beat it out, but the flip from second from Norfleet to Edwards in time for out number 3, and that does it for a 3-run, 4-hit scoring inning for the Braves. They leave 1 runner on base, and we head to our 7th inning of play. Augusta leads by 4 here on the UNCP Sports Network.
Adidas is the official apparel sponsor for all 16 of UNC Pembroke varsity athletic teams. Adidas provides some of the most innovative products in the shoe and apparel industry and is one of the most recognizable brands worldwide. We thank Adidas for all its support in offering UNC Pembroke the best for its student athletes. Go Braves!
Lumbee River Electric Membership Corporation belongs to the members it serves. That means their members have a say in how their co-op is run. And with members in charge, you can feel confident that the decisions made are in your best interest and the best interest of your community. Doesn't that sound good? Members know they can trust LREMC because it was created not to make profits, but to deliver on this promise, providing safe, reliable, and affordable electricity. 4 values are the foundation of LREMC's service to its members: innovation, commitment to community, accountability, and integrity. These values represent the cooperative difference and how their co-op earns the trust of members every day.
Eight 8-4 the score into the 7th inning here in Pembroke. Peach Belt Conference softball. Trevor Williams with you. It'll be houseman Connor Schlein due up for the Jaguars in the top half of this 7th inning. Still Breezy Yelton for the Braves in the circle. It's been in relief of Mallory Leviner. Game 1 of this doubleheader today. Braves a big 3-run bottom of the 6th, now trying to keep it scoreless and see if they can rally in the bottom half of this inning. The pop-up third base side, not a bad start. Johnson trying to get a beat on it. Had to move a couple steps late, but made that catch. One pitch in and out at the top of the 7th for Breezy Yelton. Kendall Connor up next for the Jaguars. The Braves moved Brummett in at first base. It's their only defensive change when Price hit for Carly Brooks last inning. The carry over here into the 7th, and a strike called on the lower inside edge. High and tight. They called an illegal pitch on the pop out to the third base side, so it is 2 balls and a strike, and the batter staying at the plate. Breezy with the next pitch. That is low, ball 3-3-1. Excuse me, not see that right away. So they brought back to the plate Lydia Hausman. 3 balls, 1 strike. That illegal pitch taking it out away from the Braves here in the 7th. Count now full on the swing and a miss. Yelton's payoff offering on the ground at third. Johnson, instead of crawling a pop-up in foul ground, has to go across the diamond this time to throw on the money. Same result for the Jaguars. A few more pitches for Yelton, but 1 gone in the top of the 7th with nobody aboard.
Player number 3, Kendall Connor.
We'll bring up Kendall Connor now. Connor, big bunt single in the 4th. Sacrifice bunt in the 5th. Part of a couple scoring innings for Augusta. Takes a pitch at the knees for strike 1. Off the handle, takes a wicked spin on the foul line on the right side and stays fair for Tony Nelson. Throws right to first for out number 2. And that ball stuck on the infield right side. Off the handle there, the bat of Connor. So 2 gone for Augusta. The Jaguars will make a switch here. Cassie Blizzard to get an opportunity to hit here in the top of the 7th.
Attention fans, pinch hitting for Augusta. Number 32.
Got to be in the running
Cassie
for
Blizzard.
one of the names of the year for visiting team. Blizzard. Cassie Blizzard this year, 229 average, 11 hits, 48 at-bats. Takes one under the hands, 4-1. Blizzard for Augusta from Appling, Georgia. Lines it to left. Pass Garrett into left field and a base hit there for Blizzard. 12th hit of the season for Cassie Blizzard. And a 2-out base runner aboard for the Jaguars. Augusta should have Marnie Greenstein at the plate. They'll make another change here, likely for a pinch runner. We'll see re-entering Alexis Schlein. Schlein back to run at first base, 2 outs. Top of the 7th, 8-4 Augusta lead, Marnie Greenstein. First, second at bat after an RBI single in the 5th. Pops this up on 1 pitch out to center field, and with it, Weatherington to make the catch for out number 3. Braves looking to get it rolling in the home half as it is 8-4. Their offense will try to rally with Brummett, Johnson, Nelson, 3, 4, 5, heart of the order, due up right after this.
Ever wondered why our sponsor, Lumberton Chevrolet Buick Cadillac GMC, has such a long name? One reason is the tremendous variety of cars and trucks they offer to meet every need. Great-looking Chevrolets, Buicks, Cadillacs, and even GMC SUVs and trucks. They have everything from budget vehicles to the top-of-the-line Cadillacs. So why would you shop anywhere else? Try their quick lube, and while your vehicle is being serviced, you can see for yourself. They are located next to Lumberton High School.
When UNC Pembroke athletes train and compete, Scotland Healthcare System will be a part of the team as the official healthcare provider for UNCP athletics. Led by Ortho Carolina Scotland orthopedic physician Dr. Richard Alexander, their specialist will cover every football and men's basketball game. From practice drills to kickoff and tip-off, Scotland's medical experts will oversee training staff operations. It's one more way Scotland Healthcare is keeping its commitment to be there for the region, delivering closer care that's better by far.
Bottom of the seventh inning, Braves have the heart of their order due up. They have Tatum Brummett, Jamie Johnson, Tony Nelson. Trevor Williams with you for game one of this doubleheader today at the UNCP softball field. 4-run lead for Augusta. Jaguars still have Jada Jackson, who came in relief and looking to put an end to this one in the circle. So Tatum Brummett about ready to stand in to start it for the Braves here in the bottom of the seventh. Brummett today is 1 for 3, a single in the third, a strikeout swinging in the first. Struck out looking in the fifth. Outside from Jackson to Brummett. Braves up to 8 hits after a 4-hit, 3-run sixth. Trying to get one more run here in the seventh than that 3 they had an inning ago. Starts with a pop-up left side, and the shortstop Balcourt over with it into shallow left field to make the catch. One gone for the Braves in the bottom of the seventh, and Jamie Johnson will bat with the bases empty. And a home run back in the second for the Braves to left center. Jackson ready to face Johnson. High and inside for ball one. Game two again will be about 20 minutes after the conclusion of game one. Be a new stream link on the UNCP Athletics YouTube page. Outside to Johnson, 2 balls and no strikes. Time called. We'll have visit from Boyd out into the circle with Jackson.
I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Jackson right back into it. Fires over the zone to Johnson, 2 balls and 1 strike. That was close to being off that outer edge for ball 3. Augusta now maybe wanting to attack the Braves cleanup hitter Johnson, but it's low and inside for ball 3, 3-1. Even though nobody on base, Johnson got another one to hit out of here. Be a big momentum spark for the Braves, as that is outside for ball 4. So a 1-out walk for Jamie Johnson. Gets aboard. The Braves looking for some more base runners. Start trying to find some extra base hits with a couple outs to work with here at the bottom of the seventh. Tony Nelson up next. Jackson ready the delivery to Nelson. Lower inside edge for a called strike. Johnson aboard at first after her walk. Nelson fouls back the 0-1. Bottom half of the seventh, the last chance here for the Braves in game one. Outside for a ball, snap throw back to first, close. Johnson beating it back to the back. Ball and 2 strikes to Tony Nelson. Fighting hard here in this at-bat with Jackson. And it's too high off the glove of the catcher, Boyd, and away. Johnson will scamper up to second. Move over those 60 feet. It's a runner at second for the Braves with 1 out, bottom of the seventh now. Nelson waiting for the 2-2 offering. Hits on the ground left side at third. A look back at third by Hausman goes to first. Johnson ends up taking third anyways after the throw. 2 gone now for the Braves. Up next, Taylor Gerhardt. Everything will have to come with a 2-out rally down the bottom of the 7th for UNCP. Needed 4 runs here in the home half. And Gerhardt takes strike 1 from Jada Jackson. Good life on that pitch from Jackson. He's got a lot behind it. Misses inside. Up too high that time. 2 balls and a strike. Braves at the very least have grabbed some momentum at the end of this game towards game 2. A 3-run bottom of the 6th and a scoreless top of the 7th. Gerhardt takes for ball 3. So a chance to get a walk here. Another runner aboard. You could have a tying run at the plate before you know it here in the bottom of the 7th. Trying to do it with 2 outs in the 3-1. Gerhardt rips it towards left, and it's caught on the liner out and left by Schlein. Makes that catch for the final out here at game 1 of the doubleheader, and the Jaguars win the first of the Twin Bill 8-4 here in Pembroke. Some nice defense behind some good pitching, and really just that 3-run 6 that Augusta would like to have back, but plenty of offense for them in game 1 as well. 8-4 winners. We'll take a break. We'll get set, bring you back on Senior Day for game 2 of the doubleheader. Again, back to the main UNCP Athletics YouTube page for all of you, and we will see you there with a new streaming link available, and we'll be back with game 2 shortly here on the UNCP Sports Network.